Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the April 9th edition of WAtv. We are coming to you today from Studio 22. I'm Hannah.
And I'm Izzy, and today we are going to be looking at a local small business, hear about a few of our sports programs, and catch you up on some recent announcements. But first, Edward caught up with another teacher to give you this week's When I Was in High School. Check this out.
During college, one of the things that I enjoyed doing was being part of a Christian fellowship, and there were some crazy things that happened during that time. One time, everybody was getting perms, and so people thought it would be funny to try to perm the hair that I had. Yes, I had hair back then, and so they permed my hair, and it lasted all of about 45 minutes before it went right back to basically flat hair once again. There were two things that were important to me in high school: academics and swimming. Academics I was good at beginning freshman year. Swimming I was not good at. I had never swum competitively before, but we had a really great coach, and by senior year I was a great local performer in swimming, and I was experiencing a lot of success there. However, I was also taking calculus senior year, and that was going very poorly. Our teacher was the football coach, and he taught calc like he coached football. He said we were in for a rude awakening, and it was terrible for me. I was getting a C in the class, and I didn't know what to do. About a year before that, a friend of mine had started a Bible study, and his friends and my friends, we had met together for over a year, and I was beginning to learn what was in the Bible. I had known about God, but I really didn't know Him personally. And so in January of my senior year, needing help in calculus and needing to know what my future was going to be, I was in a desperate situation, and I asked the Lord to be my Savior at a retreat in Wisconsin. Well, at that time, God began to answer prayer, and I began to be able to tolerate what was going on in calculus class, and I began to make plans for my future. And I think all of us, when we come across a weakness in our life, we can turn to the Lord, and He will say, "Let my strength come in and help you." And that's what the Lord taught me during that time of high school, and it was a powerful lesson for me.
Wow, it's cool to see who our teachers were when they were our age. Don't hesitate to talk to them about what you're going through. So many of them have had to make decisions like you, or went through some of the same things you are going through. Teachers are willing to help and listen. Now, let's get to a couple of announcements. Seniors, please update all the results from your colleges and universities on your Navions. Mr. Gregerson and Ms. Carwell are also trying to help track total merit scholarships offered by each school, so please share this info as well.
Mr. Wah is coming Saturday, April 14th. More information about the show will be given later in community time, but Gerald Blackman pulled a couple of the contestants aside for our Walking the Halls in 60 Seconds segment. Here it is.
Hi, I'm here with Joey and Cole, two seniors who are in Mr. Wah, and I came to ask them about what Mr. Wah is. So Cole?
So Mr. Wah is an event that we put on. All of the boys do a dance act in the beginning, and then all of them have different acts, either contest their skills or just for comedy.
Joey, I hear there's a bigger picture here, Mr. Wah. Talk to me about that.
Yeah, so Mr. Wah is actually a fundraiser for kids in Haiti and the DR through Kids Alive. So Mr. Wah is just a super cool opportunity for the school to come together, you know, students, parents, anybody, you know, who comes and supports and comes to the event to help the kids in those places through Kids Alive in their time of need and with their needs. So.
Yeah, that's really awesome. And so on April the 14th, Mr. Wah will be having their show with all the guys who are coming out. And so make sure you guys come and support them and watch the guys have a great time. Thank you.
It's going to be a great show. To reiterate, all the proceeds from the show will be going to help the students in Kids Alive Ministries. Get out on Saturday and support this cool initiative. For our next segment, Noah Wilding reports on what's happening in the news.
Thanks, Izzy. Last week there was an oil spill off the coast of Indonesia. The oil spill has spread over 50 miles outside of the bay. 5 people have died, and the government and oil company responsible have been accused of being too indifferent to the environmental and economic costs. One of the government officials described the bay as being like a gas station. The oil spill has taken an immediate effect on marine life that could cause major problems down the road. The oil company responsible previously denied wrongdoings, which the news media was quick to prove false. Not long after the oil spill, fires started breaking out, causing hundreds of locals to be nauseous and have trouble breathing. Investigations are still underway to figure out exactly what happened to cause this and how to continue. For In the News, I'm Noah Wilding.
Thanks for that report, Noah. There are a ton of local businesses around the suburbs. With big business like Amazon and Walmart flooding the marketplace, it's important to remember that people are trying to do things with a personal touch. Quinn Partain and Michaela Brown tell us more.
Hey Wheaton Academy, Quinn Partain from WAtv, and I'm here to highlight a small business, Lucy Blue Knits. It is run by my mom, Wendy Partain, and my aunt, Sue Castle. Check it out.
Wheaton Academy alumni Wendy Partain and Sue Castle are sisters who are the starters of the small business Lucy Blue Knits. This business is years in the making, starting off from their inspirations from their creative mother, who taught them to love and create art without any fear. The company people know today started in 2007 and has grown throughout the years. Their company name, Lucy Blue, comes from the names of their 2 dogs they had, Lucy and Blue. After much trial and error, the formula to their iconic Lucy Blue knit mittens was found. Like all their products at its base, the business is committed to recycling. This is done by all their products being made from recycled sweaters that are turned into the creations people enjoy today. They sell all sorts of goods ranging from their special mittens to infinity scarves, neck warmers, headbands, garland, t-shirts, and even dog toys. Their products are top quality and keep people warm all across the world. Lucy Blue Knits has a website, lucyblueknits.com, and sells mittens in several bookstores and craft sales, as well as notably Prairie Path Books in Wheaton. Check them out on Instagram too at lucyblue.knits.
With our spring weather feeling more like winter still, those gloves don't look too bad right now. And if you don't mind venturing out into the cold, perhaps you are also bold enough to wonder, can you off-campus that?
What?
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 I'm hungry.
You want to go somewhere?
Yeah, let's go somewhere.
Are you saying you want to off-campus that?
I think you know what I'm saying, my dude.
Next on the docket is Panda Express.
Yes. I hope it's procedures. Are you filming procedures?
Oh, yeah.
That would make me so happy.
They sign out, but the boys meet some helpful friends along the way.
Oh.
What?
Who are these goons?
Who are these?
You guys need a ride? Absolutely. Thanks for the ride.
To our
much
car.
Appreciated.
After driving the boys literally 20 feet to their car, it's finally time to start the trek.
It's come to my attention that a lot of the sophomores have been going off campus, which is unheard of, really, because they aren't allowed to go off campus, right?
Oh my.
Despite popular belief, only juniors and seniors have any off-campus privileges. Sophomores and freshmen cannot go off campus for lunch, regardless of whether or not they have a license.
Turn left onto West North Avenue.
Thanks, Siri.
The boys happen to hit every red on the way.
Why?
Another red!
Why?
And when they finally arrive, a lot of time has passed already. Will orders 1 plate of Beijing beef, vegetables, and that classic rice.
Let's hit the road.
The time of departure was 3:32, and after zipping right back to arrive at 4:05, the boys get a time of 33 minutes, just barely earning that CYOCT seal of approval.
Our spring sports are in full gear now. Here's John Cram to catch you up on some news and notes.
Thanks, guys. With this cold, wet weather, we have had a lot of cancellations this April, but we have a lot more than enough to talk about, so let's get to it. Despite suffering their first loss on Saturday, falling to Libertyville in PKs, our girls soccer team are 4-1 this year and are playing well. Notably, last week they beat conference rival Fenton 6-0. Aaron Tevens recorded a hat trick, and even more remarkably, each goal was assisted by Lizzie Swoboda. They play in Schaumburg all week. The boys tennis team had a solid win against Big School Lake Park. Not only did the boys pull out the victory, they did so without dropping a set in any division. Ty Krill at first singles and Devin Greeno and Tristan Hilson at second doubles finished their matches in roughly 35 minutes to lead the sweep. They play at home on Thursday against St. Viator. Get out there and support that team. And finally, boys baseball had a busy spring break, going 2-2 in the 4 games that they played at Disney Wide World of Sports. They also had a cool opportunity to be a part of supporting a fundraiser called Hit Back for Beck, a player on the opposing team that was struck with cancer. Gerald Blackman put together a very quick video for baseball. Here you go.
Hallelujah, amen. Look, Ma, I made it out the basement. Look, T, he ballin' like Will Chamberlain. High stove, cook up the dough, come and taste it.
Next week at home, our boys baseball team will be playing IC on the 10th and Ridgewood on the 12th. Both games will be at 4:30. Make sure you guys come out and support.
To wrap up today's episode, here's Quinn on 4 things you need to know.
Thanks, Izzy. Let's get to those 4 things. Number 1, lacrosse is 2-1 on their season, and they have a home game against Geneva on Tuesday night at 7 p.m. Get out and support them. Number 2, we have prospective families and students wandering the halls today. If you see someone you don't know, say hi and introduce yourself. Number 3, our chapel speakers for the week are Mrs. Woelfel on Tuesday and Ashley Island on Friday. And number 4, Mr. Waugh is on Saturday at 7 p.m. Be there. You don't want to miss this cool fundraiser. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter at @TheRealWAtv for information or to leave comments. That's all for today. Thanks for tuning in to WAtv. From all of us here at Studio 22, have a great day.